Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Today our theme is looking bad, doing things that look really bad. We've looked at Meghan Markle and that party, the Kris Jenner birthday party. We're now looking at particularly Princess Beatrice, but we're going to include Eugenie in the mix as well. Tarot of Curious Creatures. Princess Beatrice was in Saudi Arabia very recently, hosting a tea party at a hotel in Riyadh, the very same hotel where the Saudi elite were purged very brutally some years ago, 2017 in fact. And the event that she was hosting was for women business leaders, which is terribly ironic given Saudi's reputation when it comes to women's rights, where women can be put to death quite brutally just because basically they are women. So not a good look and very bad timing, given that a lot of people are calling for her princess title to be stripped, as well as her sisters, of course, in the light of what her parents have been up to, and many people speculate the two daughters have been up to, although I have to say that so far there's no direct evidence to implicate them in anything. Tarot of Curious Creatures, I think I've already showed it to you, but why not show it to you again? And I'm going to do a quick little reading. Amanda Platel has been banging the drum on Daily Mail. She does like to her favorite thing is rebel rousing, and she's been doing some rebel rousing in the Daily Mail, saying it's time their titles went. It's very obvious that King Charles is not going to strip Beatrice and Eugenie of their princess titles, but it's not that obvious what Prince William is going to do, so we're going to look at that. We're going to ask how he feels about them as working royals. It was always the expectation that they would step into the breach and replace the has-been, who of course is out. How does William feel about that? Is he preparing to strip their titles? Are they worried? And what is going to happen? There have been calls for them to actually just walk away themselves. Yeah, we're good to go. And make it their own decision. I think there's quite a lot of pressure on them to do that. They have obviously been fighting back with PR. We saw them having a tearful hug or an emotional hug in the street in London, captured miraculously by Backgrid. So they're playing that PR game. They're experts at it, of course. What's going on? Okay, Judgment card in reverse. Interesting. And we need that one too. It's of course tarot, fun and entertainment. My opinion, all speculation, energy reading. Disclaimer in the box below. Underlying energy is a card of not forgiving, of being judged very critically for behavior and not getting another chance. It's second coming energy, second go round, forgiveness when it's upright. Wisdom, learning from your mistakes and improving, all of those kinds of things are inherent in the Judgment card. It's in reverse. I think it's going to go very badly for them with that as the underlying energy, plus the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is betrayal and hurt and heartbreak and all that kind of stuff. It's in reverse, but I think it's because that there is a lot of pain around this situation, and we've got three people in the mix, of course, Prince William and his two cousins, and of course they grew up together. I think they were very close, although I think Harry was closer to them, but it's still very difficult. It's painful. Whatever has to be decided, whatever has to be done is painful for all of them. So let's look at the actual situation we're dealing with today. The title's Nine of Swords. One of my questions is, are they worried? Yes, they are, because it's showing up as the central issue with the Nine of Swords. Anxiety. What are we going to do? How's life going to go if we lose these things? They were probably thinking not so long ago, particularly I think Beatrice, that she would be doing some light roiling, and it would be a very nice thing to do, and aid, advance her profile and her causes, and I'm sure add to enhance her lifestyle. Let's put it like that. I'm trying to be tactful here. But now, huge worry. What's going to happen to us? And so let's ask the question, how does Prince William feel about them as working royals? Just representing the monarchy. Working royals is a bit strong, really. I think 10 of Wands, no, can't see it. This is something that has to be got rid of as soon as possible. The monarchy won't survive it. Absolutely not. The 10 of Wands is the card of terrible burdens, being lonely, and struggling, overwhelmed, exhausted. And it's in reverse. It's that moment when you just drop the burden and say, can't anymore. I need to be freed of this. And I've tried and I've done my duty and I've done everything, but now it's over. He can't do this. He realizes that the monarchy won't survive if they are waving on the balcony and then the next day something truly horrific is revealed about them. And I'm sure, and no disrespect to the two girls, I'm sure somewhere, somehow, there is something that is just dynamite waiting to explode. That's my personal opinion. I have to make that very clear. So is Prince William preparing to strip their titles? That's about them as working royals. Is he getting ready? Is he planning? Is the paperwork in hand to do it? Knight of Wands is a very dynamic, forward-moving kind of energy. I would say yes, but I would say it's early days with that Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands isn't in a position to really make his mark in a lasting way. He's not a king or an emperor. He's just a knight. And this is something that he might almost be exploring, because the Knight of Wands explores. He travels, he tests things, he has adventures. I think he's testing the water with this. He's looking to see how people feel about it, testing the mood with people. And possibly, the energy that I'm getting from this Knight of Wands is that he's possibly gaining allies, that he's possibly behind the scenes having conversations with people about it. How do you think it will go if I do this? I need you on my side if I do this. It's very dynamic energy, and it's kind of energy, the Knight of Wands, that is changeable. So he might wake up on any particular day and have a completely different opinion about something, which isn't his typical energy. I don't think I've ever really got that energy about him. But he might have been thinking a week ago, I feel really sorry for them. They haven't done anything wrong. There were rumors that he called them and had a meeting. What's really going on? Today, with those pictures of Beatrice, which the Daily Mail is spreading all over the place, they're really, as I say, doing some rebel rousing with this. Prince William's thinking, oh no, can't do it, can't have them. So he's changing his mind. I think quite a lot of that going on. That's how it's reading for me energetically. How worried are they? We've already got the Nine of Swords on the tarot table. They are very worried. And the Judgment card in reverse and the Three of Swords on this tarot table. So what else does universe want to tell us about that? Three of Wands in reverse is, they've realized that it's going to happen, more or less. The Three of Wands is a waiting card, but when it's upright, you are waiting with optimism. You have hope and expectation about the outcome. You're expecting something to bring a better return, to grow and to thrive and prosper. It's in reverse. Given up waiting and expecting that their worlds are going to shrink, their hopes and aspirations are going to wither and die, basically. So they expect it. They're expecting something negative, something to be taken away from them. I think they have more or less resigned themselves to that. And it might be the kind of moment like we saw with Meghan Markle with her big celebrity birthday party, when she's realized she's not going to be a royal anymore. She's got to go all in as a celebrity. It might be the same with Beatrice. She's not going to be a working royal. She may be no longer be a princess anytime soon. she's going to go all in with these kinds of events, with people who can afford to pay for these kinds of events. The point was made very clearly that no one knows how she got there, where she was staying, how much she was paid for it, and all the rest of it. It was made to look very, very bad, even if it wasn't necessarily very, very bad. So what's going to happen? Outcome for the two so far princesses. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. I think he's going to take their titles. That is Prince William. You see, he's gone from Knight of Wands. He's not quite sure about it right now. But King of Cups in reverse, when he is the king, King William, he's going to make a move that's going to be difficult for him emotionally. King of Cups in reverse, they are family, they are his cousins, but he's going to be really hard-hearted and really cold, snoring in the background in the late afternoon sun. She's just been barking loudly at someone at the door. So I had to restart this reading, actually. The thunderous barking. But there you go, King of Cups in reverse. I think it's going to leave him feeling very sad when he has to do this. And I do think he is going to have to do it. I guess that Lady Louise is waiting in the wings. I'll read on her at some stage. She's really being promoted in the press as a possible working royal, whether she likes it or not. I read on her a long time ago and got the or not answer, but she was much younger then. So here we go. It's happening, I would say, and it'll happen as soon as William is king. That's my opinion. That's my reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again, possibly tomorrow.